Well, today we're accomplishing something unique. We're doing a tailgate shelf for the Bronco.
Yeah, so when we're going out, like when we were out on the beach, would have been great. Could have put our lunch there and just hold some, like put it down, hold some things, gives us more room. So we're gonna try it. So you can buy this at Bronco Nation.
Oh,
on their website.
So only thing we've done is really there's a cover here that you pull off. Just make sure you pull off the bottom tabs and not pull off the top ones because they link in and the bottom ones pop out. Your boy Todd just broke two of the middle ones. It's fine.
But I think we're not going to need it because this seems to go right here.
Oh, well, look at that. They've thought of everything.
But I don't know if you're supposed to manhandle it and push it down. We put these little doodads in.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it goes down.
I'm going to set you there.
So in theory, we could take, I wonder how much weight it can hold.
25 pounds. So according to everything I've read, this can only hold 25 pounds.
So how much does our grill weigh? More than that?
Yeah, 65. Oh no, that grill isn't 65.
I gotta get a tiny grill. Oh yeah, it says max right on it, max 25 pounds.
Okay, starting to find my groove. Apparently, I've got to loosely place these things together. Dry fit, just loose screws put on there. Okay, so now you take the frame and you put it on here so you can mark where your screw holes are going to be. And then we have to, I drilled pilot holes much smaller because they actually included a drill bit that is the 7/16 that's required. So I did pilot holes to make it easier, and you have to be very careful because this, you can't go any deeper than a 1/2 inch, otherwise you're drilling outside of your wonderful Bronco. But if you do, it's very thin, so if you use a smaller bit to drill a pilot hole, then I think it's going to make it easier. So I'm going to drill these other ones, and then I'll put this, they have basically a grommet that fits in there, so that'll fit in these holes when I'm done drilling, and then when I tighten everything up, it'll suck to the back of the door to provide support. Remember, slow and steady wins the race here. Now, too much pressure. Just using the back of a screwdriver that's soft. Now they are going to be loose until they suck to the back of the door itself. Basically you have to take screws so you can suck and pull that grommet so it pulls apart and sucks to the back of the door and secures it. What they've done is they've included a tool to stop it from spinning. So that tool just kind of simply sits on here and then you screw through. I just go until it feels snug, because what's going to happen is in general we're going to have to torque all these down. So now these are all snug in here. And now I should be able to go ahead and put everything back in place. I'm going to slip this in first. Doesn't have to go in too far. It's kind of a spacer. The key here, I'm just trying to get them snug, and then I'll use a torque wrench to make sure they're the proper 6 pounds. Alright, I have just a simple little torque wrench to make sure these are torqued down to the right 6 pounds is what they require or asking for. Alright, so got this lovely little shelf on the back of our tailgate installed, which took me a little bit of time because I actually broke one of the grommets that fit inside. I screwed it too tight, so let that be a warning to you if you do that. But let me give you peace that you can go to Ace Hardware and just look for an expansion nut. That's what they're called. And they're plastic, and you can just drill the hole a little bigger, put an expansion nut in, and wada bang, you're back in business. This can hold up to 25 pounds. So pretty cool little thing. But today, after we got that all finishly installed, got a new project for the Bronco. And this was sent to us, I believe, by Bronco Nation. Thanks, guys. And it is the Ram Tough Track mounting system. We've been wanting something for the dash of our Bronco that can hold everything, and we're getting ready to do some minor off-roading things for some adventure stuff. So it was kind of cool when we were like, well, what could we use? And we've been seeing some different components being used, and we thought this might be something that would be a benefit. So I've got the main track system here, and then all the accessories are, I think, still inside this RV. See? So we travel so we can go explore things. So the goal here is, I think I'm just going to put this together and then try to slip it onto the dash. Really isn't difficult. It's just a few screws to put it together, and then a couple things that just slip up onto the dash. So let's jump to it. I think instead of working here, I'll work at the picnic table. You know, because we're in an RV. There's picnic tables everywhere. I think part of the fun of getting a new vehicle like a Bronco that has all the different options that you can add to it is making it custom, making it your own. And then mixing, it's actually a really strong metal. Okay, I'm digging that. I was hoping that it wasn't going to be plastic, but it actually feels like an extruded, like an aluminum. See? Tied together by plastic, of course. Oh, there's no way they made that easy. Look at that. You guys. Never over tighten. So far, holy moly. Comparatively speaking, like what I just had to endure by putting the shelf on the back of the tailgate that's made by Ford as an OEM, that was a little more difficult. Whereas this, they've already thought through the best way to do it. My goodness. You guys, good for you. Apparently these just slip in like this. The nuts slip in like this. Oh my goodness. This is fabulous. Somebody was thinking when they engineered this, that's for sure. Alright, so this is pretty neat. It just basically slips in to the back side. So you got to tilt it back so it can get into the vent and pull forward. Oof. Look at that. Huh? And then you just put the screw in. Oh, wow. All right, I'm pretty stoked about that. I'm looking forward to seeing how we're going to use this because it's a pretty cool setup. Now I know the balls slip in here, they go through the track, and then you lock them down. So that's why you have the bigger areas out on the corner. So this ought to be fun. I'm seeing a lot of potential here. Okay, so looking at these, it's a pretty brilliant little setup. So you just put your ball and socket in, tightens down. This is actually a gripping mechanism, and then this, once I lock it into the rail, these actually lock in place, and you can slide it up and down the rail wherever you want them. So we have a couple phone holders, which is cool, and then a GoPro mount. And now we're trying to think of like what other things we could use these for, but I'm going to go ahead and mount these to see how they look and see how we can use them in the future. Seems like a pretty straightforward process. That fits in, and then you turn it the other way. Oh yeah. look at, talk about ease. Question will come into play is, where will Sheila want to have her phone? I would imagine it'll be just about somewhere in here. So you turn these to lock in place. That's a pretty cool little setup, if I do say so myself. She may want it over here. I don't know. We're just gonna let her play around with that. She can lower it to the height that she desires. This is more or less Sheila's Bronco. Not that I don't love driving it, because I do. But when we got this, I had my truck and she was looking for something that she could call her own. This is slick as snot, isn't it? Look at this stuff. So I can loosen that up, loosen this up. Tilt. We can put our GoPro right here. Which is fabulous. So I guess depending on what you want to do, you can have this for GPS, you could do different things. There's so many different applications with so many different mounts. This is fun, whole new experience, especially when we head out, do some of these other travel things we're getting ready to do. It's kind of cool. If you notice this is kind of neat. Sheila got her Ram mounts in for her Bronco.
Yes, thank you, Bronco Nation.
So we're going to be using these because there's a GoPro mount I can put on the dash that we can do some open road. It's like our podcast thing that we used to do. And I have one that I can use for my phone when I'm in here for a while. So this thing's pretty cool. It's just a track that you can slide things in.
Yeah, so then when we go to the Bronco Off-Rodeo, we can put